Alright, before we get into the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about foottrading.co.uk, our trading site that's there to help you guys make millions of coins throughout FIFA 22. We've already got people in the Discord that are sitting well over 5 million TP with millions of coins on their account, basically building and trading and doing whatever they want on this game without spending their hard-earned money on FIFA points. So what do you get for your money? Tier 1, £10 gets you access to the low budget area across all platforms. You also get access to our trading areas for chem styles, that's anchors, hunters and shadows. And we've just launched our icon area for you guys. Every single tradable icon is on there to help you guys trade with them and make millions. The access for tier 2 includes fluctuations. This is an area of the site that is incredibly overpowered. It tracks the market 24 hours a day. It shows you the low point on cards, the high point on cards, the average price that card has been at, and gives you guys an ideal price that you guys can go and buy that card at and flip it on for pretty much guaranteed profit. We don't say it lightly when we say you guys will make millions of coins if you utilize it. If you've already subbed, make sure you join the Discord. If you're debating subbing, join the Discord as well. It's completely free and you can talk to website subscribers directly and ask them what they think about the site. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, subscribe down below and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. Project Fuzzball40k is gaining speed, it's incredible. Again, the videos have done unbelievably well, so thank you for that. It means the world to me. But if you are new around here, do consider subscribing down below. Massively helps the channel and you will make millions of coins following the tips throughout the year. League SBC should drop soon. I'll be able to show you guys how you can basically grind unlimited packs for free if you're willing to put the hours in. And in my opinion, this year trading is more important than it's ever been. There's so little value in packs at the moment. That's part of what this video is all about. There's so little value in packs right now that you need to open up a huge amount of FIFA points to get anywhere near any of the elite players in this game. The lower end of the market and the higher end of the market, the gap is massive. And there's very few of those mid-tier cards that we used to have like last year. If you look at sort of the differences between the cards like Werner last year and Werner this year, is next to nothing this year. Last year, sort of 100k. It's crazy how it's happened. Preview packs have done that. But this week we saw a massive hit. And I don't like using the term market crash normally, but this week we can say there's probably been a market crash if we're being entirely honest. The way that a lot of people use that no loss glitch meant that a lot more people than normal would get rewards and got rewards, whether it's Team of the Week rewards, whether it was a gold packs you get from them. And so it meant the market got absolutely hit. And that is why a lot of people are struggling with making coins right now. But it's simplistic to make coins if you know what the market's doing. Because all you guys should be doing right now is flipping stuff on instantaneously. You shouldn't be holding anything for very long. I get comments down below. I've just packed XYZ. Should I hold? It doesn't need me to tell you yes or no. Just go to Footwiz and look at the card and look at the graphs. They're all down. I would much rather sell the card for what it's worth now and miss out on 10k potential profit in 2-3 days if it rises than run the risk of losing 10-15k on its price now because it keeps dropping. So what we're going to look at today is how you can trade in this market amongst sort of loads of different sort of budgets and what you should be doing and how long cards should be held for. Simplistic fact for cards being held, 24 hours maximum, ideally less than that. Because as the market keeps coming down, you're just going to get stung with your buys. And it keeps happening to people. And they keep saying, I've had this card for 2 days, it's not selling. Get rid of it. Let it go. Move on to something else. You're not going to make profit 24/7. So chem style trading, I've talked to you guys about it before. I would be looking at this right now because it's a very, very easy way to make coins. So I've just bought a couple of Angel Correas at the moment. But he's selling for about 1.4, 1.5 at the moment as a standard. That's what he's selling for, give or take. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Depends on the time of day. What I then going to do is check in with a midfielder and I want to see what he's selling for with a card that's converted into midfielder. So for example, right here at Cam, he's selling for 2,000. I want to see CM as well because Cam for CMs are obviously quite expensive cards. So there's none there. So we'll have a little look at what he's selling for CMs. And I will just write down the gap between the sort of normal price of this card and what it's actually selling for. So for example, there's a CM there, 2,300. So basically about 2.6. You could buy that one and sell it on. I now know there's about a 1,000 coin gap between the CM. There's about, give or take, an 800 coin gap between the cams. And then finally check the hunters. And I'm only buying cards that I can flip on very, very quickly. Because otherwise, if I hold this career long enough, and tonight we get massive supply again, he's just going to get hit in price. Absolutely hit in price, and it's pointless to me. So I know he's selling for 2,000 with a hunter. So what I then go and do is I buy the cards that I want to buy. I'm also going to check him now with midfield hunter, because I bought a couple of midfield on them. We'll just check him with that. Yes, hunter. So I think it was 2.9 was what they were. Cool. So I now know that's roughly what Angel Correa is selling for, okay? So I can now go to the cards that I bought, or ones that I bought, and if I was buying off the market, and I can say, okay, cool, let me list him up for 2.8. Let me list up the central midfielders as well for 2.8. I could go 2.9 as well in one of them, which I'll do. I'll differentiate. I can't actually do it now because transfer possible. But I'll list this courier for 2.9. I'll list this courier here for 2.1. And I'll flip them on straight away. I'm not going to hold these cards for any longer than they need to be held for. It's as simple as that, because if the market dips, I'm going to make a loss. Those of you with a higher budget, I want to show you what happened last night. I talked about it yesterday in the video. But this is some of the UCL live cards, okay? So the road to knockouts. Look at Mukiele now, 47k. This was what he did last night. So at 5 o'clock he was at 63 and he sort of dipped off as it went. And then if you look, he sort of recovered to 52, dipped to 49, climbed to 54. This is what happened during the match. Now, he was achievable at 44. I saw him yesterday at 44. He went back up to 60k again, dropped back down again. These cards are great to trade with in that moment there. So let's say, for example, Leipzig concede. He will absolutely get hammered, like I said. He drops down to 44k, and then he bounced back up to 52 because he was too low. Loads of people panic selling him, meant he dropped. And then people are like, hang on, that's just pure panic. That's everyone listing at once. He's worth more than 40k at the moment. So they bought, and he rose up to 50k again. He got to 55, I think, at one point when they equalised. It was a really, really high amount. Profit was there. Now, it is a risky strategy, but if a card's already gone, if they've gone behind in the game, and the card's already dipped, it's sat at 40, them conceding another goal, might see it dip a little bit further, but not too far. But there straight away is where you can go, okay, cool, I'm going to buy at that low point and flip on straight away for profit. The moment they score or the moment the game ends and the market starts to settle, that's when you sell, because what happened otherwise? The market dipped again. And it dipped and dipped and dipped and dipped. And I don't know what he's at right now. Let's refresh it. But it's climbed now. See, 50,000 coins. So if you'd have bought the 40,000, even when they were losing last night, you wouldn't have lost on it. Robertson, again, so it says right now, what's his price? We'll refresh it so we know. 206 is Robertson's price, okay? That's what he's currently selling for. Yesterday, at a low of 184, he got to by 2 p.m. So he got down, I think he got back down to about 200k on the drop there. He climbed up, and here it says 229. But what actually happened from here was he absolutely hammered in price. He dropped because loads of people bought into him, overinvested, and he dropped off. And you can go and look at these cards and go, okay, cool, he's starting to bounce at 184. This might be a buying point because he then jumped up to 216 this morning. So if you are able to look at the market, you can make instant profit just by looking at those cards as they're live. As they're doing stuff and they're sort of jumping around. It's easy to make coins on these cards. It's not hard. But you don't want to hold anything for too long. And that's where a lot of people are going wrong. They're buying stuff, including myself. I've made errors on this. Buying stuff to hold for a day or two. And then people haven't taken into account the no loss glitch this weekend. People haven't taken into account the promo packs every day. So my team of the weeks that I'm holding, I'm now holding for a day or two longer than I wanted to because no loss glitch screwed me over and because of promo packs. But outside of that, if you look at things like silvers at the moment, these are very, very good. And they're so simple to trade with. Silvers are like the easiest thing on this game to make coins from. Because their supply isn't like infinite. It's only there when people open up packs, whether it's promo packs or SBC reward packs that contain silvers. So marquee matchups yesterday, we got silver supply. And so the silvers got hit, but they then bounced back. So if you look at the Premier League, for example, loads of these cards here that are 800 coins. Most of these cards were more than that. If you go and look, for example, let's look at Phil Jones. Take a look at Phil Jones for now. So silver's on updated 24/7, but 850, 750. And again, he's had highs of 1.4, he's had highs of 2. I can go and buy a few of these and just leave them in my club. 24 hours maximum and I'll sell him. But I can compare price on Jones and see what he's actually selling for. So there's a 1.3 there. 1.5, 1.3. 1.2. So the cheapest one is a 1.1 now. I've just seen a 1.1 as well. So I can go and buy Jones wherever he's gone. And I can literally flip him one straight away if I really want to for 1.1. He'll sell, right? Now it isn't much coins. I can't put him on because of my market. There isn't much coins in that. It's not huge coins. It's not massive. But it is safe, instant sort of trading. I want to see what else I've got in my transfer pile that means that this isn't selling. I've got this stuff that's invested in. There we go. So these guys, I'll list them up later on. So it's not instant profit. It's not massive profit. But it's easy profit. And it's straight profit. You're just doing it straight away. There's no waiting around. Nuri, we go and compare price on him. There's no deal to be found there. We'll have a little look at Click. Is there any money to be made there? 1,000, not really. And you can just flick through. Literally just flick through and know that they've got a sort of finite amount of supply. They're not going to get hit too far. And you can start to add those cards to your transfer pile and see what they do when they rise, when they drop, when they rise and we drop. We're adding this as an area to the website because it's so OP. I've done it so many times. I've club stocked up cards from the Premier League for 800 coins, for example, and then gone and flipped them on a day, 2 days later because I bought them at near enough discard price. So right now, I wouldn't be buying them at this price. I'd be buying slightly lower if I was going to club stock. But I've been buying them, and a day later, I've been flipping them on for double the price, and it's not a long hold. You don't want to hold anything too long, but silvers are very, very resistant to this market. They're resilient because they're not being packed 24/7. They're only being packed when we get silver supply. It's not like we're getting silver supply every single day of them, and people don't tend to open up silver packs all the time. And alternatively, you can flip your filter and you can throw bids down on a lot of these cards. From each of the leagues and whatnot, you can throw down as many bids as you want to throw onto these cards, and I can guarantee you, you will get a fair amount of these cards. So someone like a Tanganga, for example, he's usually about 2,000 coins, 1.9. You can bid up to like 1,000 coins in them, flipping straight on for 800 coins profit. This area and bronzes are an area that people don't engage with anywhere near enough. And you guys are sitting there buying gold cards and going, I bought 10 Alphonso Davies and he keeps falling. It's because he's continually being packed. And the more he gets packed, the worse it gets. He'll probably see some sort of rise into weekend league. But the more you hold these cards, the more you're going to lose. What you really want to be doing is safeguarding yourself against the current stuff in packs. So trading with special cards that aren't in packs, have already been in packs, that's quite safe. Trading with icons that don't get as much supply, safe. Silvers, safe. Straight up golds, you only want to trade with them when you've got a position change, chemistry style. That means you can flip them on for instant profit quite quickly. We're talking an hour, 2 hour turnaround. It's as easy as that. Just because the market's dropping does not mean you can't make coins. You've just got to be smart and look at what is dropping and avoid the stuff that is dropping. And if the things that are dropping are things like golds, then I wouldn't touch golds with a barge pole. I'd only touch them when I've got some insurance from something like a position change or a chemistry style. That means that card's going to be resilient because there's less of them on the market. You don't pack an Angel Correa with a Hunter on it, for example. So you might pack, there might be 50,000 Angel Correas going onto the market, but only, I don't know, 150 that have got a midfielder and a Hunter attached to them. And so you're sort of narrowing down that part of the market. It's much easier to make coins that way. It's sensible, it makes sense, and that's all you've got to be thinking when it comes to a market crash. It's as simple as that. Tomorrow's video is going to look at League SBC pre-investing in great detail. I'm going to look at what happened last year with some of these cards so you guys can really get an idea and a feel for why I tell you guys to invest in these cards and the point behind it. There's already 90 from the Serie A in my club that I bought. I'm going to continue to buy others. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.